welcome those of you just joining us from elsewhere around the NFL. This offense at 4-0. They've been the talk of the league through the first month of the season, but now here down 8. Work to do in the final 90 seconds of this ball game, and no timeouts remaining. Now Wilson. He's going to let it fly. This is caught at the 20. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Throwing now is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away, but you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right.
And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a two-point conversion will tie the game. What a drive that was. They faced a third and long a few moments ago, were able to overcome it, and now a two-point game.
And this offense knew they had this perfect start to the season on the line. They got the first part done. Now comes the two-point conversion.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this two-point conversion. Wilson to throw. Rolling to his right. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the fourth. Everything was riding on that two-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
A gain of 3, second down. They go again with Davis. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Returnable here for Davis. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it?
And he is in for the score! And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones, sometimes you get bad ones, sometimes you get great ones, and that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown? Or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked out all the way through that's going to give you the play we saw to win the game? Because I know everyone's thinking that that was something that they just drew up. It might have been something they've been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
So for the Jets, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
So that wraps up our first NFL Power Rankings of the 2021 season. Obviously, it wasn't too difficult to come up with first place. In fact, we had NFL insider Ethan Rhodes on the show earlier today, and here's what he had to say about our top choice, the Jets.
I went on to the Nia Polanco show last week and sung this team's praises, and they managed to improve to 5-0. Whether or not you think this team is a bona fide Super Bowl contender, you have to respect what this organization and their star rookie have managed to do in the first month of the season. All right, there is some legitimate young talent on that roster, and they are very well coached. The future is really bright.
All right, so here's the thing. I agree with everything Ethan said about the Jets. He is spot on, 100% on the money. But, and you knew there was a but coming, what happens when they eventually end up in the loss column? What happens then? And what if it ends up being 2 or maybe even 3 losses in a row? Because how they bounce back from adversity is what's going to take this promising young squad from the power rankings to the playoffs. You can mark my words. Write that down. But, yeah, I don't know. I tend to get ahead of myself sometimes, so let's chill. We've got plenty of games ahead of us. At least that's what a listener named Derek is saying.
Jones Shorty.